So we have Sameet Raut from Materialise here at ICAM-3D. So Mr. Raut, we are happy to have you here. Can you please tell us a little bit more about your company?
Yes, Materialise started in 1990, and we started with one 3D printer in ours. So our CEO is Mr. Wilfred Wagner, and he started with the vision when he saw a printer in Germany.
Okay.
And he thought this is the next generation technology. So he bought a printer with whatever money he had. He bought first printer for about 200,000 euros.
Okay.
And he saw a future in medical, and he started printing medical models for giving services to doctors so that they can do better service for their patients. Later on, when we started with this printer, we started facing issues with the 3D printing. Like a file cannot be printed well, the output is not good. So we were forced to invest and find out and make new products like softwares. We started investing in softwares, making products like Magics, which takes care of right from the CAD and machine. It's interlinked in between that. And with all these factors, we started entering into different business units. So Materialise have three core competencies, which is 3D printing, engineering on anatomy, and additive manufacturing service bureau. And with that, we have different services around it.
Oh, wonderful. So now we all know, everybody knows about Materialise, whoever knows about 3D printing. Is there any specific project that you would like to discuss that you've done recently, which has made the company very proud about it?
If you ask me about some projects, we have done a lot of projects. The best example would be a story of a baby Kaiba, which was in US. So this was a baby, and it had a problem with his windpipe.
Okay.
And it was very small.
Okay.
So doctor had to find out a way for him to operate and design something so that it can be saved. His windpipe can be expanded.
Okay.
So our solutions, like in biomedical sector, we have Mimic software. So from Mimics we have CT scan, MRI scan can be converted into 3D file. Okay. So we had the CT scans of that baby, and we segmented that area to create a model and find out what can be done on that baby. And we designed a stent which can go inside it. It's a biocompatible material which goes inside, and his life was saved. So that is one touching story which I remember now.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. So how excited are you about the 3D printing services as a general?
If I talk about 3D printing, Materialise has the biggest service bureau in Europe. Okay. And we serve industrial side and medical side in Europe and US. So we are actually the core of 3D printing. Excitement lies if I come to an Asia region. Like if you talk about US and Europe, it's already developed. Okay. So if I talk about Asia level, it's very exciting to work and educate people here. So my main focus here in India is to educate people in 3D printing. Okay. And rather than promoting the technology, if I promote the technology rather than my products, that's the way when they will need my help as well in future. So my vision for 3D printing, what I have seen from last 3 years or 4 years, it's always growing, and you have a very good hype now in market of 3D printing. Okay. If you see, there are a lot of entrepreneurs which are coming up with printers. There are a lot of people who are coming up with different online platforms and online shops. So they have an idea of hardware side of it, but where we come in play is to help them with the software side of it. So that's the growth I see.
Alright. It was wonderful talking to you, Mr. Raut, and thank you so much for giving us time.
Thank you. Thanks.